As a
of England, where he is known as 2sleeq, jawaid,
and massive support for jawaid khaliq, Jab, as he's known locally, as he makes his way to the ring for what is the biggest fight of his career thus far. The 30-year-old cab driver from the Meadows area of Nottingham, of Pakistani descent, and as you've been hearing, he has big support from the Asian community in these parts. What are his chances, do you think, Glenn?
Well, I think he's got a good chance. He's a better puncher than Willie Wise. You know, he's younger, he's maybe a bit fresher. Willie Wise has been in a lot of tough fights. He's got to really go for it. It's a tough one for him, but he's got good support here. And, you know, he can box, he can punch. He's just got to give it everything.
I think he starts as an underdog against a man who's experienced and slick. Is he going to be good enough technically to take this title away from Willie Wise? We'll soon know.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the champion from New York City, USA, 2sleeq, Willie Wise.
Well, the man you're looking at is a consummate professional. He's been boxing since he was 15 years of age, and he was telling me today he prides himself on reaching out for perfection. He's got fast hands, good technical ability, and one result on his record leaps out at you. He's actually beaten the legendary Mexican Julio Cesar Chavez. Okay, Chavez was 37 at the time. He was his 109th fight, but Wise really did a number on him, and Chavez was expected to beat him.
Yes, I mean, that still stands out. Chavez, you know, even at that late stage of his career, still a good fighter. You know, it shows, you know, he can go in, even with big names, and beat them. He's been in with some really top names, but you know, this is a quality performer who can box really, really well. Probably still a lot of fight left in him.
Let's just see how much tonight as we look at the tail of the tape. One thing in Khaliq's favour is he's younger. Wise is pushing on a bit at 34. Might that tell? Khaliq also has height and reach advantages. They both comfortably made the classic welterweight limit of 10.5 stone. Wise has been a professional for 13 years, and Khaliq for only 4. Experience heavily in favour of the crafty American who's boxed.
Strong, strewn with green. He weighed in at 10 stone, 6 pounds, 1 ounce. He brings a 16-fight record with 14 wins, 9 inside the scheduled distance, 1 loss and 1 draw. He comes to the ring as the current Commonwealth welterweight champion. He is the challenger, 2sleeq, jawaid.
The strongs are high. Anything here is a fair punch, okay? Any other questions here? Any questions here? Touch him up the bell. Let's go to work. Come on, touch him up.
Can't say I've seen the referee before. Jorge Alonso from America. Name mean anything to you, Glenn?
I think we've seen him in a couple of fights before.
My memory is obviously going. So Khaliq, 30, from Nottingham. 2 British, 1 American judge scoring this for the welterweight championship as recognised by a body known as the International Boxing Organisation. Khaliq is in the white trunks here. He's the challenger. Wise winning this title on a previous visit to Britain against the Essex prospect Darren Bruce, when he started slowly, but basically knew just a bit too much for Bruce that night. Height and reach in Khaliq's favour. He's only been beaten once in his career in 16 fights so far, but he has to cope with the slick technique and fast hands of this American.
Well, Wise can be a slow starter, so really it's very, very important for Khaliq to start fast. He's got to try and just get himself into this fight, get a foothold. You know, let Wise know he's there very early on.
Wise has been stopped 5 times in his career, but nearly always against world-class opponents, including Sugar Shane Mosley, who could even be a new Sugar Ray Robinson. He's that good. A real world welterweight champion. He beat Wise in 3. Good right hand from Khaliq there. Tall and angular, too easy to hit really. Khaliq's been in his career so far, but he usually finds a way to win. He's probably a bit better than he sometimes looks. He didn't look good last time against Howard Clark when his nose was broken. Wise proving hard to catch. Nice, classy right hand from him.
Well, Khaliq trying to be a bit busier than Wise in the opening round. A couple of decent right hands. He scored. He's trying to get the centre of the ring. Keep Wise on the back foot. That's a good plan.
Apart from beating Julio Cesar Chavez, Willie Wise also holds a victory over another 2-time world champion, Dingaan Topela, a man who beat Glenn Catley in somewhat controversial circumstances, the South African. Khaliq, the Nottingham fighter, remember, is the one in white. If the 2 fighters are unfamiliar to you, as well they might be. Good jab from Khaliq. He's trained long and hard for this. Gets him with a nice little right hand as well.
Well, he's using his height and reach to good effect, Khaliq, and that was probably his round.
Support here. Good atmosphere. Willie Wise in the purple trunks, the New Yorker who's sparred with men like Mark Breland, the former Olympic and world welterweight champion, and Buddy McGirt. He's really been around this business without perhaps being at the elite level among world welterweights. He's picked up this title, this IBO title. Just finding it hard at the moment to reach Khaliq. It's a big, tall man. That right hand hurts Wise. And then a body shot as well. And down goes Wise. And takes a count. Well, what about this? Wise in trouble in the second round. The shot that got him going was that looping shot to the top of his head. Now, can Khaliq score a sensational win here? It's a great start, this. Khaliq could be on the verge of something very significant.
Well, this is just the start that Khaliq needed. He caught Wise with a good punch. Now he's going for it, looking to land something else that's going to take something out of Wise.
Another big right hand. Wise needing all his experience to absorb these punches. He's got a troubled look on his face at the moment. Hasn't been able to settle into his usual sharp style. Khaliq thinks of switch hitting, changing stance for a moment, calling himself Jawaid 2sleeq Khaliq. Well, at least it rhymes, and there's a good jab there. He's certainly making it rhyme in the ring at the moment.
Yes, he's doing everything right. Just needs to keep nice and relaxed. Don't try and rush things too much. The jab's working well. Just look for this point where he can slot that right hand in.
And Wise gets him with a right hand of his own.